When a solid is connected.
Come on. Welcome, curling fans. Welcome to Chaska Curling Center. We got Tuesday night events here for the, what do we got here? Club Championship. Tonight on sheet 5 we have Team RNG versus We Don't Hate This, number 19 seed. RNG, the random number generator. Evidently, this team uses a random number generator app of some kind to see who's going to throw first, second, third throughout the year. And so that's the RNG. It took me a while to run that down. And ladies team tonight, We Don't Hate This. Anyhow, play is underway. It's already thrown a couple stones down the ice, as you may have noticed. Here we go. I'm Dave Baldrica, and I will be announcing tonight along with Greg Peterson, who is trying to get his mic connected right now. Greg and I have been playing together for several years, probably since early in 2016, just after the Curling Center opened. We play normally on Sunday nights with the Broom Stackers. We haven't played in the club championship in a long time because of we always have some of our teammates are out of town at this time, so we haven't been playing in this, but we do enjoy it, and we have played many of the teams who are here tonight. Great shot there. Chris Scott. Throwing his first rock. Opening rocks were thrown by Derek Hellstrom and Kev Drew. Expecting a good game tonight. This team both have some real good curlers, and they don't break down, you know what I mean? They just keep playing all night. Great shot there. I don't know, it looks like one yellow right now. Here's Greg, finally got his mic to connect. No, not yet. Shelly Griffin throwing here. Tonight's winner moves on to Thursday night and then Saturday for the finals. Good shot. That kind of sets up a double. Chris Scott didn't hack, no? Doc is his nickname. Looks like you're going to try and guard that double. Take that away from the women's team. Good move. Bounce off that guard would be okay. Nope, it's by it. Wow. Bam, right on the button. Well, let's see. A lot could happen on this shot, or nothing, but you know, that's kind of how curling goes. Shelley throwing her second stone. Looks like it's on a good line. Great shot. There's that double. Ooh. Good shot. And we're looking at what? 1 yellow and 2 red on the 4 foot. All 4 stones on the 4 foot. Eric Quizcard in the hack now. Going third, the vice skip tonight for RNG. Coming down, nice draw weight. Ooh, well, I'm not sure. Looks like still 1 yellow, I think. Kim Parkhurst now in the pack, throwing her first stone. She's vice skip for the women's team.
Well, Dave,
Good.
my microphone isn't working, so we're going to have to deal with it. So
put
you're
it on
doing a
here.
great job. Keep it up. I was listening to you.
There we go. Here, put it right here. Lean in. Kim's first stone. There we go. Kim's husband John is throwing on sheet 6 tonight. Several really good teams out here tonight.
What does she got going? Oh, clears the guard.
Oh man, what happened there? That's 3 yellow right now.
It does look like it.
Nice rock, Kim.
Her own red spills.
So what do you like in a shot like this? You got, it looks like you're looking at 3 or about half the rocks have been thrown. Okay. So it's calling up on the top 12. Probably trying to take away that bump on that red stone. I don't want to be able to let the ladies bump that up. Coming down nice. bump, took away an easy bump. I mean, it'd be tough to move that one up. Not sure what they'll do here.
Well, they're still talking about it here.
Lori Janelle skipped down there. She's going to have him come the other side. I don't know if we've seen a stone come down this side yet. Out turn for the right-handers.
Looks like she's going to try to put one in front.
Yeah, it looked like she's one of the top 12 or top 8.
And 8 foot. Probably setting up for her next shot.
Yeah.
We'll time this one. Back line to hog. 4.0 seconds.
Okay.
So,
So
you see, they're on it. They're on it hard. Oh, looks like it could be a little light, maybe. Still good.
Not quite the.
All right, now we
rock
got
we were hoping for.
Chase Eveling's first skip stone. Looks like he's throwing a guard.
Yeah, they're still 7-3. I think that's a. There's kind of an in off down there. They should cover that if they can.
Three yellow. Dave, what's the curl look like tonight?
You know, I've been watching, but the brooms for a draw have been right at about 4 feet. The brooms have been at about 4 feet, so that's not a unusual curl. Some nights you get 5 or 6 feet, but this looks to be about right at 4 feet. And the speed seems about right too. That last stone was
great shot.
Was a guard at
well placed guard.
It'll be tough for the ladies to take out one here. Lori telling Kim what she's like for a broom.
Lori's first skip stone.
Good curves, all of these
Looks
people.
like she's doing a yellow-red, yellow onto the shot combination.
Yeah, it's going to have to get a little bit fancy here. Nothing too. Nothing set
Yeah,
up
but I've
exactly
seen
right.
her curl before. She got this shot in her
Oh, yeah.
pocket.
Oh yeah. The right side from here looks pretty dead, unless yellow could maybe put another one to the 4 foot coming down the right side. We'll see what happens here. Only one sub tonight between these two teams. Derek Hellstrom is subbing tonight for Patrick Young, throwing first. Otherwise, these teams have been intact for pretty much the whole year.
We got left-hander here.
There she is.
That's a good thing.
Okay, a southpaw.
Yes.
She's coming down with a little hit weight. Boom, boom, boom.
That's looking pretty good. Oh.
All right, she opened it up a little bit. What happened down there? Still
a little bit
two.
wide, just a little wide. Very close. Chase's last rock.
Chase Ebling. Yeah. Good curler. We played against him. One of the very first bonspiels at the Curling Center back in 2016, I think.
Probably one he wants to forget.
Yeah. It was the 3 and under, the toddler spiel. And it was a big upset. We won that game. And won the championship on that spiel. coming down. Chase, real good curler. They're working hard trying to get it in there. If you don't get, it'll be a good guard if nothing else. Okay.
Well,
Okay,
hard to tell what's lined up from
I know,
here,
I
if
think
anything is.
Well, I think
Yeah,
probably
actually,
get,
yellow,
you probably
yellow.
get to the 4 foot on either side. You're not going to get shot rock, but you might be able to get to the 4 foot coming either way.
Looks
There's
like
an
there
in
might
off
be
on
a
the-
yellow, yellow, and maybe those get rid of the shot, and the one that runs back might spill. That would help them.
Yeah, they could kind of come in off of that. It looks like they're going to do.
Looks
I'm
like
not sure.
that's what they're going to try. Could
Yeah,
minimize the damage.
yeah.
Yellow is still probably going to end up shot.
And this is the hammer. This is the last stone of the end. I think there's a chance to have shot rock here to get the one that they wanted. What do you see here, Greg? This is a little,
Got a little, give her a little more room. That makes sense because that looked a little tight.
yeah. I don't think they're trying to draw, are they?
No, I
trying
think
to
they're running
get
the
on.
yellow
Yeah,
back into
yeah.
the shot
And
rock.
hopefully
Spill
they-
both those and give up one. I think is probably what.
Yeah. So here comes an intern from
Well,
the
wait a
left-hander.
minute. Wait a minute. No,
Yeah.
that's not what they call. They're doing the in off.
Yeah, right. What off the? Ooh, I don't know. Well, okay, she cleared it out.
Well, that did help.
Just need something on the full. Oh, that was it. That was the last rock. So
One yellow.
one yellow. Yeah, that was good end. Good steal for RNG.
So we're having trouble with our microphones. We're doing
Yeah.
the best we can. So did you tell them what RNG stands for?
I did. It's the random number generator. It's an app that the team uses to generate who's going to play, who's going to throw first, second, third, or fourth. And they use that throughout the year to mix up their
Wow.
team.
Why don't they just draw cards?
I don't know. Flip a coin, arm wrestle. They could do a lot of ways, I suppose.
Leg wrestle.
Yeah, leg wrestle. Skip straw. Well, who knows? I don't know if they go by that every game. That's what they said. So we'll see. Well, throwing one right to the button there. Oh, past the button. Back 8. What kind of shot you like here? She's going for a corner guard. Calling a corner guard. Deb Drew throwing that first stone down. Looks a little heavy for a guard.
Going to the wing.
Going to the wing. Yeah. I think she would have preferred it not in the house. Looks like they're calling a hit here. Chase wants a hit. Derek Hellstrom, the Big D, they call him at the golf course. I'm not sure if that translates onto the curling sheet or not, but the Big D, Derek. There it is. Nice shot. Takes that one out. Lori calling for that corner guard again. Not always the best option to hit. Sometimes you have to set up the end before you go start worrying about points. We'll see if this strategy works for her. Again, a little heavy. Kind of looks a little lonely out there. Well, it's not in a scoring position now. I mean, it may be a non-factor. Chase deciding if he wants to take it out or not. Calling for the hit. Chris Scott. Doc. For this first stone. The second end. The hit and the stay. Kind of where the first hit was, with the yellow sitting 3 early on.
RNC's putting pressure on.
Yeah, looks like Lori wants to hit here and maybe roll over in front of the other yellow stone on the 12 foot. Shelley Gribben's first stone. She got the hit. Didn't quite get the roll she wanted, but we'll see. She got that one out. Red with the shot rock now.
So over on sheet 2, Taryn versus Taken for Granted. Taryn pulled 5 in the first end.
Oh wow! Didn't see that.
Up 5-0.
And they are. Tim Siebenall are delivering that stone. Trying to hit the stone on the button. Might be a little narrow. This one coming down.
Derek's on this one pretty hard.
Yeah, they got the hit. An appeal on that one. In the hack now, Shelley Gribben throwing her second stone. I didn't see the call. It looked like maybe a freeze. Watch that stone to come over 4 feet and land in front of that yellow stone that's on the 8-12 line. The lady's struggling a little with the weight here. Early on. We got 3 matches going on right now. On sheet 6 here. See, not sure who these teams are. Sheet 6. I don't know. Don't have the names for those teams. I see a couple of players out there, John Parkhurst. Not teams that play on Sunday night, so we don't always recognize the players or the team names. Here's a nice shot coming down. Gone right onto the button. And Kim Parkhurst now. Going for the red. So here we're hoping for another freeze. Just want to come up to that stone and lay right on it. without really knocking anything out. So we got about a 4-foot room on this one. And I would guess somewhere in that 3.9 range, 3.8.
I'll see if I can get the time on one of these coming
Yeah,
up.
it's a little deep, and I'm afraid she didn't get what she was looking for through the house.
And that is one of the worst feelings.
That is the worst feeling. You got nothing there to help you.
Wait, you know,
You got to have a little
yeah.
sand in your, a little pouch of sand underneath your
Yeah.
the cuff of your pants, and drop some in front of that stone to stop it. But you're right. There's nothing that can just stop
Dave,
those
that's
stones.
illegal.
Well, yeah, if they catch you.
Oh.
Yeah, Chris card with her second stone. Looking for a guard, looks like. Biter would be good. You got the biter. Yeah, he's in. Okay, well.
All right, so Kim is going to draw onto the freeze on the one that's just behind the button,
Yeah,
just behind the tee line. Lori puts down the broom.
drawing behind that guard up there on the 12-foot. Not actually a
See
guard.
if I can
but
get a hog-to-hog time here.
what are you looking for? Like 15, 16?
14.5 maybe?
14.5?
Could be a little tight.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tight and a little
Not
soft.
gonna-
Yeah. Lady's struggling with weight tonight. Still early. They're only down one, but they don't want to give up three here. Yellow with the hammer. No, excuse me. Red with the hammer. I see on sheet 5, Red scored 4 in the first end. They got a crooked number set up in the second end here too.
What's Chase doing? Is he, Dave? Is he throwing a guard here? Or
You know, I didn't
wasn't
see
paying
it.
attention.
I wasn't
Or is,
either.
he, or is he drawing
So
right
the
onto
skips
that
are
one?
throwing now. Chase Ebeling throwing one down. It's going to be in that guard zone. He'd be okay if with a biter of some kind. There it is. It's in. Covering that shot rock. So it's,
Quarter of it covered.
yeah, hard to do much here besides knock a couple out, but they're never going to get them all out here.
Lori's going to try to draw the other side.
Draw the other side.
There might be room to still get around. You got to clear that red guard, which should be able to do with the curl tonight.
If she can catch most of the button, that'll be a good shot.
Their first skip stone.
Yeah. This would not be good to throw one through the house now. Yellow sitting 5 right now. Got a 4-foot draw to the button.
So the RNC boys got a little beer going in the glasses here. It looks like Derek's got maybe something a little harder than that, Dave.
You know, that's part of the spirit of the game, right?
Well, yeah, and the way they're playing, why not?
Yeah. A little early to be celebrating, but they're loose. That's a good thing. Nobody's sweeping. That might be a good sign.
I need time here.
Looks like a very nice shot.
14-2 on that time.
Very
We'll
nice
see
shot
where it
here.
ends
They're
up
sweeping
at.
it, trying to get it to the button.
Oh,
Go.
this is looking really,
Go, Shelley.
really
Go. Look at that shot.
good.
Is that one red?
Right now, maybe. Yeah, it looks
It's hard
like
to
it.
tell from here, but it looks like one red. Great shot, Lori. Great shot.
14-2-2.
Had no way to get that one out of there that I can see.
While they're looking at that angle.
Yeah, that angle there, that's about the only way. That put him back in that 5 stones. This is the last shot for yellow. They don't want to open it up too much. If they open it up too much, gives red a shot to make 2 here. We'll see. Doc checking out that angle. He's going to try and slash it over, hit that red.
So I heard a lot of cheering over sheet number 2. Stu Tarrant just did something.
Okay.
So he's hitting 2 right now.
Last shot here for RNG. Second end. Chase Evelyn.
Chris Guard's on it pretty hard.
Yeah, it looks a little narrow. Looks a little narrow. There it is. And I don't know if they can get 2 out of that or not. Kind of dangerous to try it.
Yeah, maybe.
If they're sitting one, you might just want to take that one. And
Yeah, I think so.
you don't want to bump it out, that's for sure.
Well, I think they're going to try to draw in again.
I think so.
Maybe, if she just
I don't
papers
know.
that front red guard, Dave, she might be able to get in there for 2 right in front of her red one, but we can't see the
Yeah, from here
button
the
very
angle's-
well from here. It's hard to tell.
Well, chance to go ahead. I think I'd rather stay with
It does look possible, though, when we look at it on the screen.
Yeah, it does. It's a little bit narrower than the last. The broom is a little narrower than the
I
last
think
shot.
she needs that.
Plenty of room to get by her guard. And the stone is on its way. Just brushing the ice, clearing it. Looks like it's going to crash. Okay. Well, that's okay. Nothing hurt that one. Tie game, 1-1 after 2 ends. Well, I think the women are happy to be tied at this point. Now they can make a little run at them. Yep, Drew will be throwing that first stone for the yellow team. We don't hate this. Do you see a score on sheet 2 over there with Taryn? And
They haven't put up the number on
okay.
after the second end, and I didn't see what happened. So Dave, being from Hibbing in the
Yeah.
Iron Range,
Yeah.
did you curl at all when you were growing up?
Well, sort of. Back in the day,
What do you mean, sort of?
sort of, yeah. Well, in 9th grade gym class in Hibbling, there was, we spent half a week walking over to the curling center and learning how to curl and score and whatnot, and sweep, and that was when you lift that stone up behind you off the ice and slide out and let her fly. They had the old corn brooms there, not the broom like you have in your garage, but the old kind of just prior to the beaver tail slap, slap, slap stone brooms. And so you'd curl for a couple of days, and then the second half of the week you'd go to the bowling center and learn how to bowl and keep score. They turned off the automatic scorer. I didn't even know if we had one back then.
Did they have bumpers for you?
No. No, the gutters were wide open, and they got a lot of use. My buddy owns that Hibbing bowling alley. Phil and his family. Phil Vonner, a good friend of mine. He and his family have had that forever. His youngest brother now runs it, but he still works it.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's where we learned to curl. I didn't curl after that. So I curled that down in ninth grade, and they still do that evidently. Now they're co-ed FIAD classes, so both the girls and the boys go down. Back when I was there, they were by gender, so the boys went down by themselves and the girls went down when they had ninth grade gym class. But they still do that and teach the kids how to curl and how to bowl, and it's a blast. And a lot of good girls, like that sport, pick it up and keep playing. I left town after junior college, never played again until 2016. So a lot of years when I didn't curl at all. From early 60s to...
Well, I remember you and I sitting at Dunn Brothers, Mike Webb's Dunn Brothers coffee shop.
Yeah.
And we said, and this is in 2016, and we said, we got to stop by and see that new curling center, see what that's about. We walk in here,
Yeah.
Scott Belvich, ice maker, happened to be here and gave us a tour.
Yeah.
And we walked back in the lobby and looked at you and said, well, what are we waiting for?
Right.
So we joined.
Yeah.
And the
Came
next
down on
morning
the
we
ice?
were on the ice. We never took a learn to curl class.
No.
I watched some YouTube videos. We didn't know how to score, didn't know what to do.
Did a lot of watching.
Didn't know what shoes to wear or
No.
anything else. What clothes to wear for that matter. It's 42 degrees in here or whatever. We figured that out in a hurry, but
And we were both kind of well advanced in age at that time.
that's a good way of that's a good way of putting it.
I had already had 2 knee replacements by that time. You had one coming.
Yeah, but I remember us throwing rocks, and we looked at others who were throwing rocks, and there was some group from Hazeltine, members of Hazeltine that joined here too, and they were on the ice not too far away. We kind of watched what they were doing, trying to figure it out, and we actually threw some rocks in the house that day.
We did.
Yeah.
Was a lot of
The
fun.
athletes we are, the specimens that we are.
Well, that makes a difference.
And both being left-handed,
Yeah.
that
For
makes
sure.
a difference too, because, it just does. We didn't know which hack to put our foot in.
No, we kind of had a team. We got some of our other buddies who were still working and said, what do you think? We should get a team going. One of them, Dave Just, said, well, we're not ready yet. So, well, yeah, we're ready. So
He might not have been, but we sure will.
So we picked the team name, right? We started looking up for team names,
Yep.
you and I, and we had a list of about 10, 12 names, and we decided on a team name for the team, the Broomstackers. And we had we start with 6 people right away.
What does broomstacker mean?
Well, evidently Broomstacker is one of the common names for a bar in a curling center or a curling club. Call it the Broomstackers. But broomstacking is a tradition where curlers take a time out in the middle of the match and stack their brooms in the house, order a round of drinks, and stand around the brooms and have a drink. Both teams have a drink, and then they continue on playing. So we thought that was a good thing.
Perfect name.
Yeah. I don't know. We always thought it was because if you were going to be late getting home, you don't want to say you're hanging around drinking, having any drinks. You just tell your spouse or your significant other, well, I couldn't get home on time because everybody left and we had to stack the brooms. We ended up being the Broomstackers for the night.
So I remember one of our team members, we said, we're going to be the Broomstackers. She looked at us and kind of went, huh?
Huh?
Well, once she found out what the name stood for, then she was very happy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and we've had, I think we've always had 6, haven't we? We've always had 6 on our
Yes.
team. We still have 6, 2 spouses. So we have Dave Just and his wife Ann, Neil Trevethan, his wife Tracy, and then Greg Peterson and I, Shaky. Shaky, I got the name Shaky from Scott Belvich. You mentioned Scott a minute ago. I think one day Scott, watch us, see how we're doing here. So he watched a couple of throws, and I said, "What do you think, Scott? How was my throw?" And he's going, "A little shaky." And the name stuck after that. So,
Okay, let's get back to the game, Dave.
okay, what do we got here? We got the yellow again. Hitting 3. God, that's all 3 ends now so far.
We don't hate this. Been doing some chasing.
They've been a little bit,
But the
yeah.
last end they got out of it.
And the first end also. Well, they got out of it with 1.
Yeah. So hopefully this end.
Kim Parkhurst
Um,
throwing her stone.
sheet number 2, Taryn is up 7-0 over
Okay.
Take It for Granted.
Yeah. Those are a couple of good teams out there. We played with a lot of those players on Team Terran. Not usually in league, but other times.
So
Bonspiels and whatnot.
Kim is doing a hit here on the front yellow. She moves it around. That's a good thing. Opens it up some.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there
Just
is
needed
a-
some separation and.
So Chase here looking at either drawing around that red stone and biting the 12-foot or taking it out, I think. One of the two. Okay. Yeah, kind of decided here if they want to hit or draw. Looks like the broom is setting up for a hit. Giving Eric a in-turn, coming down just left of the center line. Hit that stone out. They could end up with 4 again in the house. Sweeping it, trying to hold that line. Trying to hold that line. I don't know if he's going to catch it or not. No. Ooh. Okay, little miss there. Hard shot. Now Kim looking at maybe a draw. No, a hit and roll. Okay, so we want to hit that yellow stone on the 8-foot. On the inside, and have it roll under, over towards the button, and get some cover behind either that red stone or the other yellow stone. The out turn. We're sweeping it to hold the line. Still looking good. Still looking good. Hit the inside, roll under, and ooh, maybe hit a little too thin on the inside, but sitting one yellow still. Good shot, Kim. Kim would have liked to hit that a little bit better, but she accomplished half of what she was intending to do. Took 1 stone away. And now Chase again looking, should we hit this red one out again? Trying to take another shot at it. It's a fun night at the Chaska Curling Center. A lot of good teams here. Nice crowd watching. Eric Quiscard in the hack, getting ready. It's going to be that same shot, or the same call at least. Maybe a little better line on this one. She's got the hit. Nice rock. Nice rock. So it looks like a setup here with one yellow. First counter is at red stone, and then there are two biters, two yellow stones biting the 12-foot. So a couple of shots you missed, but yellow sitting one right now. Red with the first counter. And Lori discussing her shot with Kim. Yellow will have the hammer this time, and so that makes a difference of where she wants to leave her shot. Looks like she's going to try to bury one behind the, or between the two yellow stones. No, not between them. Back on the 4-foot. Yes.
Yeah, I think she's trying to get behind the shot rock, correct?
Get behind the shot rock, yeah, and have the first and have shot rock be the red stone.
Well, let me time this back line to hog. See what we got going.
I'll see if I can get her. You're gonna take. Oh, you're going back line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're looking for something around a 3.9. I don't know.
Probably.
We'll see. Somewhere in that range.
Haven't had a chance to check it yet.
Sweepers checked their watches and they're starting to sweep, so it might have been a little light.
Got a 3.9, 3.94
Okay.
I got.
That's about right.
As
Then
best
they want
I
to.
could from back here.
They can sweep it, kind of park it where they want to. Now they think they got enough. Keep it going. Get it there. Sweep. Don't sweep. Hit the tree. Hit the tree.
Little rub.
Little rub.
Yeah, a little narrow.
Yeah. Well, red sitting shot rock, but it's looking a little lonely out there by itself. Again, it's not just wanting to hit that stone. They want to know if they hit it on the inside and have it roll over a little bit towards the right, or hit the stone on the outside and have it roll over between those yellow stones. Looks like he wants it to roll from our vantage point to the right. Park it over in the 8-foot.
It is split the house that way.
Split the house that way. Yep.
Although if he rolls in behind his shot rock, that wouldn't be so bad either.
That wouldn't be so bad either. So he's looking to get down or hit right about on the center line when his stone reaches that red stone.
Just doesn't want to set up any kind of a combination.
No, here it comes. It's starting to move it now. Just about on that center line.
It'll be pretty good. Looks like it's going to be
And
pretty
bounces out to
good.
the
Get over
8-foot.
there.
Just what do you call? Little. He would prefer it another foot further out, but in a good spot.
Just looks so easy, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. All right, so Lori looking to hit her last stone for this end, and then red has hammer, or yellow has a hammer. So she's looking to hit the inside of that stone. Take the yellow one out, and then have her red stone finish off over to our left.
Hopefully buried behind the yellows.
Yeah. don't want to leave it too much in the open because that gives. You want to give red a chance at 3, or yellow a chance at 3 here. And the stone is off. It's coming heavy. It's coming back. Not enough. Looks like a little too wide. Ooh. Get it out of there, Kim. Okay. All right.
So we actually have a hit now on that back red for 3.
Yeah, if I hit on that back red, hit and stick, that'll give him 3.
Or
just
a draw for 3. We can't really tell which one's closer, that front yellow or the back red.
Right. Draw for 2, maybe get 3 out of that, depending on if that yellow. They're not allowed to measure those beforehand. They're only allowed to measure if guards are biting or not. But otherwise, here they can't. They're only allowed to guess, eyeball it.
So we'll find out if they think that they're sitting 1 or 2 right now by the call that they make.
Yeah. What would you do here, Greg?
I couldn't tell you because I don't know
Right.
which one's closer.
Well, if you go all the way to the back and knock that one out and stay, hit and stay on the back one, you would end up with 3.
Yes.
So that's the way to get 3.
For sure, if they hit that red out and stick, they'll
And
get
hit-
3 for
right.
sure. If they think that there's 1 and 2 and they draw
I think
for
he's-
3, which is what they're doing,
They're going to draw.
then they must believe that they're sitting 2.
Yeah.
So this would be for 3. But we'll find out if they have to measure.
Just trying to get one anywhere in the house there. 8 foot, 4 foot, anything closer than that.
We'll just actually have to bite the 12, don't they?
Yeah, anything better than that back red one. We'll give them 2
I
and
shouldn't
maybe
say bite
3.
the 12, full 12 I meant.
Yeah, so they're not sweeping. Oh, maybe they're going to go all the way back.
Well, they've done that.
They could go all the way back. I don't know if they tried to do that, but they did it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, missed it.
Ooh.
So, well, we got 1 yellow, and they're going to have probably measured that. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. I think they were just trying to get to the 4 foot on that shot, just with a little
Right
heavy.
now, Kim's going to get the measuring thingy.
Yeah, the doohickey.
Whatchamacallit.
Yeah, the whatchamacallit, yep.
Yeah.
And they'll measure that, see which is closer, red or yellow. If you're ever watching on TV, you'll see some official come out to do this, and he or she will point at one of the stones, and that pointing is the stone that is closest. I don't know if they'll do that here. They're just going to look at the meter. So yellow was sitting 1, and they're hoping to get 2. Coming around here. Can't see. And they were pushed. I don't know. They didn't really point it. I think it was red. I'm thinking because Derek pushed that yellow one out of there kind of quick. Yeah.
So it
So
looked
they,
like only 1 yellow?
so they put up 1. Yeah. They had a chance for 3 there, or 2 for sure. They wouldn't have gotten 3 without hitting that red one out
Correct.
and staying in. Okay, so another tight game.
What's Derek throwing here?
I didn't see the call. There's no skip down here.
Well,
So
there is no skip.
probably a guard.
It must be. Is it going to check up?
Nice
Looks,
guy.
yeah, very nice.
That's probably a.
Who needs a skip down here to put the broom for a target? Yeah.
Okay, now Lori asking for that corner guard again. I think the last time that Deb was throwing these, she was a little heavy on both.
report on sheet 2, Terran's up 8-0 over Taken for Granted.
Oh, wow. Kind of early to shake, but
On the fourth end, after the fourth, if something doesn't change,
yeah,
you never know.
never know. Red's going to need to score a couple here to kind of feel good about staying in the game. The Big D with the second stone. Looking for a draw to the button, buried behind that yellow guard.
Eric Quistgaard's working.
Kind of likes it. I think it's wide enough. Is it going to bite or is it going to bump?
Oh boy.
Ooh. No, it might be biting.
Might
I'm
be
not
biting.
sure.
That's why he was working it so hard. They knew
Yeah.
it was just a shade tight and a little light too.
Lori checks to see if it's biting. She may ask for a hit. Yeah, she wants a hit. So that one is in. But she wants to hit and then roll her red stone under
She
cover.
actually is checking with Chase to make sure
Yep.
that he's okay with it.
If the two skips disagree on whether something is in, this is one place where they can measure it.
With the
Before
biter
they-
stick.
With the biter stick, yep. Deb, throw it down. Wants to catch just a little bit of the outside of that stone. It's going to be a little narrow, but she got the, she hit it, but she's not in. Well, I
Well,
don't
she's
know
got
what
two
to
corner
say.
guards now.
Yeah, she's got two corner guards.
Whoops. No, she doesn't.
Oh, they pulled that one out because they took that one out of play. They could not take that
That
guard
is
out
true
of play.
because that one was not. That was a guard that was
So
out
they
in
want to
front.
put that one back where it was.
Yeah.
Now that
The
that
shooter's
store,
got to go.
the shooter has to go, and they have an option to leave that yellow. No, they're going to put that one back too. They're going to put that back up in where it was originally. So they're trying to put the stones back where they were
Yep. Before the rock was thrown.
before the rock was thrown. I don't know if that other corner guard was moved. Would that matter? The red corner guard, I think that may have been moved. I think that may have been hit also, but
I think it went behind it.
did it?
The shooter went behind it.
I thought maybe it bumped it a little bit before it went behind. Anyhow,
I wish we had a replay.
they got it where they want it. Tough break for the ladies. No replays in curling that I'm aware of. Although they maybe should have had some with the Chinese in the Worlds. Some controversy in that about burned stones, if they were burned on purpose or not, and not in the spirit of the game. To burn a stone on purpose, not to call a burned stone on purpose. It's kind of an honor system, and don't want to be known as an unhonorable team. Or dishonorable. Okay. So what are we looking at here? It looks like 2 yellow and a red stone biting. Chase Eveling to skip here for Team RNG. Yet to have a crooked number in the first 3 ends, but they've set up, they've had sitting 3 in all 3 ends, I think. We're only able to score, each team only able to register 1 when they had the hammer. Can't see what's happening. Trying to draw between there. Little rub, but he gets buried pretty well.
And now they're sitting 4. Yellow's 4, correct?
Looks like it, yes. Oh, yeah, they've been working it hard again. Early on in each end, it's looked something like this. With the yellow team. Coming down, trying to just. Oh. I'm not sure if that was a freeze, Greg, or what, because it didn't have enough weight for a hit.
Yellow is still at least 2, maybe 3 the way I think. 3.
Yeah, it's hard to see from here, but probably 3. There, Quiscard throwing. Trying to come down, cross the center line and hide behind a red or yellow stone there, right where Eveling's room is, where he'd like to finish this one up. I don't think it's going to get over that far, but okay. New shot rock.
She's looking at.
Yeah, she was touching her heel, Greg. What does tapping your heel mean as far as the weight?
Hack weight.
Hack weight. So she wants Kim to throw her stone about hard enough to hit that, to come back to the hack back here, which is heavy if it's not going to hit something, but it's not a real hard throw.
I think she was looking at hitting the inside of the stone.
Yeah, hopefully,
trying
but
to roll over behind, but
yeah,
this is going
just
to
hard
actually
up.
roll the other direction.
Yeah.
Which, get over there. It's in the open.
Yeah, a little bit of backing maybe if they hit it. I would think they try to hit the inside of that stone, push it between the red and yellow, and the shooter bury behind the other red and yellow. Let's see. So Greg, what's next for you? What do you got coming up for curling? Anything this summer? You in any summer leagues or?
Just no leagues. Just
Monday
sign
morning
up
curling?
Yep, and sign up for Fire and Ice.
Yeah, Fire and Ice.
Big bonspiel.
Big bonspiel right after they take the ice out right around 4th of July, maybe a couple of days before the 4th of July. They take the ice out, fix anything that needs to be fixed, put the ice back in, and then like July 10th or so is the big spiel, A fun bonspiel here to kind of kick off the summer. That's really the only time that significant time that the curling center is closed throughout the year. Most days it's open.
And the Fire and Ice isn't just the curling part.
No, it's
a city
it's a
festival.
It's a whole city festival. That's right.
Bands, music, fireworks,
Yeah.
food trucks.
There was that back end, kind of hit the wrong side of that stone, but still sitting pretty good. Looks like one yellow now.
going to try to come through the port.
So I've been away from town a little bit. Greg's that Fire and Ice and all that city stuff going on. Is that this where the city of Chaska used to have their summer celebration in like in the third week of July, the Chaska River City Days?
No, I believe
They still have that?
Still have that.
They still have River City Days. So they have Fire and Ice, big festival with bands and food and curling. And then the end of the month, River City Days. Kim Parker's with her stone.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think she was trying to bump her red one up. Didn't quite get over in time. What are we looking at? 2 yellow right now? They make this shot, they're looking at that red one back there on the 8 foot too. At some point they might want to try and take that out, give themselves maybe 4. Okay, trying to bury behind the 2 red ones here. On the 8 foot or the 4 foot. Chase Evening in the hack. Skip for RNG. Here it comes. When you see very little sweeping, they like the weight. They think it's going to be the right weight to get down there, and they're just trying to finish it off here. They're going to park it right where they want it.
Derek's trying to push it over.
Trying to push it over. Didn't quite bury it, but...
Well, that actually does set up
Sets it up pretty good for
double.
Lori.
But even that's not going to...
Yeah, I don't know. Let's hit that red. It looks like Kim wants to hit the red one up, or as an option. Lori looking at the outside, coming off. Boom, boom, coming into the...
Well, they got a few choices there, but none of them are real easy.
No.
I mean, they can look at run backs, or they can
Probably
really hit and roll, which looks like that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, they can't really get enough of that shot rock to hide after you hit it. If you could get to the inside of that rock, that'd be good, but I don't know if she can get to the
lightweight,
inside.
they can move it back, but the shooter's going to be exposed.
Yeah.
Again, none are easy shots.
No, I don't like that one because you're gonna if your shooter ends up exposed, they're gonna take him out, and they got 4 or 5. I don't know. We'll see. Kind of a soft hit. This is gonna again be kind of a hack weight. Ideally, she'd like to hit it about on the center line. Her stone, the shooter hitting it on the center line so that it moves just slightly, an inch or 2 to our left. She made some good shots in the first 3 ends. Needs another one here. Original in the hack. Skip, but we don't hate this. Coming down. Looks real close, real close. Real close, real close. Oh, that's the problem with it. It bounces out there. without the hammer, it's going to be tough. Now, the yellow strategy is to do the same thing. Hit that red one and tuck underneath the other two red ones. That was the problem with that shot. You couldn't have made it much better. Get to the wrong side of the inch. You couldn't get to the right side of the inch on that shot. Oh. I misspoke. I think I said
Derek's trying, Hellstrom's trying to push it over. And for the double.
Yeah.
Oh, nice shot.
Well, hit and stick might still give up two. I'm not sure.
Well, here we are again.
Yeah, where you go. Come down and tap
two,
that one lightly.
3, 4, possibly 5 yellow sitting.
Yeah. She wants to come on the outside, hit that one, and just roll onto the 4-foot. You could limit yellow to 1, but they want to get 1 here. They want to hit just left of center, or to our right of center, and roll it into the 4-foot. We'll see. Yeah, they're hesitating on what the call should be. But it's the same thing on that side. You got to roll. You got to get almost to the 4-foot.
It's going to be tough with either shot, with either of those shots, to be shot rock when it's done.
I don't like this call unless she's trying to.
She's trying to draw through that.
Just a drop?
Right in front of the yellow, isn't she?
Just a drop.
Probably is the best choice out of those, yeah.
Well, she's been throwing a good draw weight. She can afford a check off that yellow one. She wants to get to the 4-foot. And the rock is off. The line is good. Don't want to oversweep it. By that red one. Oh, no. Oh, there we go.
Oh, bummer. So report from sheet number 2, Taryn and
They're
Take It
shaking,
for Granted are shaking hands.
After what, 4 ends?
Dan Arlig skipped for Take It for Granted through a rocket, trying to get a double. Didn't get it. Aaron scored 2 more, ended the final 10-0.
And they're kind of giggling on this one. I don't know what was said down there, but it looks like 3 yellow. Well, they've been threatening to get crooked number every end. They got it on that end. Tough shots to make for Skip, Lori Janot. So Team Taryn, they were up 8-0 after 3 ends. I don't see how the 4th end ended up. They must have scored more, huh? They scored 2 in the 4th end. So 10.
Looked like at least 2.
Yeah. Yeah, what were you saying on sheet 6? There's a wall of China down there. Great Wall of Chaska. I can't really tell what's going on there.
So did we figure out how many RNC scored on that
I
end?
think it was 3, what I saw.
I haven't put the number up
No.
yet.
And they're off. Now, strategy is sometimes to put one in the house here to kind of bait your opponent to make a takeout shot. And then just hit. Common strategy when you get up by several points is to put your first shot in the house. And Lori now calling for that guard on the wing. Don't want to hit him out now. They're trying to set up a... I always say it's like pulling the goalie. The best way to get a crooked number back is to do what team, and we don't hate this, is trying for
So
here.
R and C got three on that end.
I think so. I didn't see if they marked it yet. Did they? 5-0? Or 5-1? Now the big D trying to put one.
The big D.
The big D.
I got a feeling they'll just keep putting them in the house and
Yeah.
close to it.
Yeah. Two nice stones. And the strategy, it might be a little early to hit, but it's hard. Yeah, there it is. Still going behind that guard. You have to resist that temptation to hit too early. You got to set up your end. Stu Terran and his team coming off the ice, giving a thumbs up there. After 10-0 in 4 ends against a good team. Now trying to throw a corner guard to the other side, but didn't quite get it. Didn't cross the hog line. They say that stone was, she hogged that stone. Didn't cross the far hog line. It's out of play. Chris Scott, Doc, throwing his first stone. Another draw to the button area. Oh, hard to get a double on this anywhere, the way they're set up.
Well, hit and roll behind the guard.
Okay, here we go.
I mean,
Shelley Gribben, first thought. Fifth in.
got on the nose, stuck right there. So Shelley's husband, Joe, is playing on sheet number 6.
Oh,
I
really?
actually taught their kids in Eden Prairie when I was a teacher
Ah,
in elementary school.
nice to see family doing things together.
Small world.
Yeah.
Oops. Huh.
Hasn't been a lot of aggressive sweeping tonight, which means most of the shots are being thrown at the correct weight. Sometimes you watch Olympic curling or something, you just sweep, 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 sweep. Hard sweeping. It's tiring.
Good cardio workout.
It is. If you're throwing first or second, you're sweeping for 3 people. You might be sweeping 2 rocks for those 3 people. That would be 6 rocks in one end. In Olympic curling, that would be 60 rocks. They play 10 ends. So, yeah, it can be tiring. and then have to do it again the next day, or sometimes 2 in one day.
That's how important the front end is.
Yeah,
1 and 2, because not only do you need to throw rocks, draws, and if your second hits, but also sweeping. You got to know when to sweep, when not to sweep, when it comes to weight, and be able to hear the skips calls on the lines. It's, the front end sets up the end.
the front end, yeah. It's not like, when you're playing in the backyard, this is kind of a backyard game, or it could be, or the family gets out there. And, kind of like the young kids throw first and second, and mom and dad throw a third and fourth. But when you get out here in competition, you got to have people that can throw cards, set up that end, like you said, be able to sweep hard. So the first 2 players are really significant. They're not like the little kids in the backyard. If you're going to score, you got to have some good.
And so all 4 positions are pretty important. The skips does a lot of thinking. At the end of the game, sometimes skips are mentally tired.
Yep.
Plus, they got to make some tough shots sometimes.
Yep.
And the vice is right there with them.
When you're sweeping, Greg, so what do you think you get? Do you think you get 30 seconds between? So we got here, somebody sweeping now. Before she sweeps again, is there 30 seconds to catch your breath again?
Good question. Depending upon, when in the end and when in the game, there might be more thinking toward the end.
Yeah, but 30 seconds would be a lot. I mean, that you probably don't get more than that.
Probably not.
Because the stone's going down.
Well, you got your stopwatch.
20 seconds,
You time them in between.
So yeah, you got to get that heart rate back down. You got to be in shape for that heart rate to come back down.
So what's Quistcard? What do we got going here? Looks like he's throwing a guard in front.
Maybe.
Of the shot rock. Well done.
Well done. I can't even see what sound it is. Just two yellow stones and 2 red stones on the wing. With only one in the house. One yellow
shot. Yep.
Kim Parkhurst.
Try to get a time on this draw. I got a 4-0, 4:06.
So they're going to sweep that a little bit, try to make sure it gets there. Nice shot, Kim.
A little light.
Yeah, not the shot rock, but just it's hidden pretty well. Probably would have liked that rock to get a little bit deeper. Maybe be shot rock. I didn't see where the skip was calling that one. Fifth end here, RNG, and we don't hate this. RNG ahead right now, 5-1 after 4 ends. Skip Chase Eveling with his first stone. And a little deep. Well,
It's buried, but it's backing for a drop.
Yeah, it's backing for the.
You know.
Well, yeah. Gives Lori something to sit on if she can make that shot. Not an easy shot.
No brainer. She needs some points, so if she can get this one in there,
Yeah.
sit shot rock.
She
But
wants
if
to
you're
get
behind the tee line, it gives a chance for RNC
Yep.
Chase to throw one in there also. So she really doesn't want to be deep.
No, you don't get between those two yellow ones
Yep.
and end up at a shot rock and be hidden and buried. You know, not asking too much, but it's a makeable shot.
So
But
there is
it's all
backing,
touch.
but probably don't want to use it.
No,
if
you
can
don't want to
help
get
it.
back. No, you don't want to get back that far if you can help it. Although being frozen on that one can be an
It could be
advantage.
though that you know, Chase rubs the guard or something
Yeah.
too, and then it works out.
We're going to sweep this one. Make sure it gets down there deep enough.
They're on it pretty hard.
On it pretty hard.
Looking pretty good.
It is. The line is
What do you
really.
think, Dave? Is it going to get there?
Oh, the line looks really good. I don't
Is
know.
it going to get there?
Here's where you get tired sweepers. Go!
Oh,
Oh, Lord, did it get there or not? Oh, not quite.
all that
Not
sweeping.
quite, but just.
Oh man, those ladies, they're gassed.
They're
They
gassed.
are-
They're gassed,
Yep.
yep. That's tough, you know.
Yeah, it
they've
is.
been-
That's a lot of work. I'm glad I'm not out there.
No, yeah. Chase coming down, looking pretty relaxed for his last shot. And they're looking at a
He's there
guard.
looking at the guard.
They're looking
Yellow
at the guard.
sitting too.
Red's shot, if it was their shot, would be to hit that last red one and bump it up a little. But
If he throws a good guard here, it's going to be
Chase
tough.
is going to try and throw a guard. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for We Don't Hate This to score.
They don't really
Throws a
need
good
another.
guard.
They don't need to score more. They could. They're already sitting two, so they don't need more. They just need to guard that one, take that shot away from Lori. The sweepers kind of like it. Oh, great shot! Great shot! Great shot! They're in a bind here. Some
I
kind
think
of
they're
run
still
back. I
looking
don't know.
like they can draw it in there.
Yeah, they can draw around and finish on the button. You just have to get a full 4 foot. They're not going to get 2 out of it, but I think they'd be happy with 1. So they're just trying to draw to the 4 foot to get 1. The problem is if you miss it, you know, you get the red's going to get 2. So you got to get the right weight on this one. Sweeper's got to be ready for it. You got to get a good time on it. Got to get by that yellow guard. The last stone that Chase just threw. And you got to get inside of the 2 red ones. There it goes. They're not sweeping it. They're kind of trotting a little bit. Usually when they're running a little bit, it's too heavy. But now we're getting a sweep to try to push it away from
Trying
that
to
guard.
make it curl more. It's going to clear that guard, but is it
Get
heavy?
off. Yeah, it looks like it's heavy. When they were kind of trotting down there, that's a bad sign.
2 yellow.
2 yellow.
That makes the score 7-1
7-1.
after 5.
They'll play it back. And, you know, Red's hoping to score. Nope, they're shaking. That's it.
Oh,
Game over.
so RNC
RNC,
defeats.
RNG,
Oh, wire. Oh, sorry.
RNG with a What would that be?
defeats. We don't hate this.
7-1 victory?
7-1. Well, Dave.
7-1 after what? 5 innings that was, huh?
Yep.
Oh, he's had some good curling tonight. RNC was pretty much in control of every end.
RNG.
RNG.
So they move on to the semis. Is it on Thursday?
Yes,
Something
I
like
believe so.
that?
I don't know what time, but I suppose the same time. 6 o'clock.
And the finals are on Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who's going to be on the mic for those games, but tune in. Watch those matches. We may just come down and watch.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll be back on the mic.
Well,
They
maybe.
might not want us back.
Got to get another mic working. Or
Yeah.
another mic.
Yeah. Well, you got 2 left-handers here signing off. Greg Peterson.
And Shaky, Dave Baldrica.
And have a good evening.
Good curling.